going to do a quick workout this morning, mostly working on our thighs, inner outer thighs with the Pilates ring. There are a ton of gnats out here, so I might not be able to last very long, but I'm gonna do my best to get you a good workout in a short period of time. So let's get started. We're gonna lay on down. First, we're gonna stretch, drawing that right foot into the ring and flex and point, flex and point. And then we're gonna open that leg out wide to the side, stretching through the inner thigh, reaching through the heel, depressing down into this left thigh, into the mat. Using your core as you bring the leg back to center. Keep your hip heavy as you go across towards the left shoulder. And then let's switch sides. Left leg, flex and point, flex and point. Opening the leg out wide to the side, stretching through those inner thighs, depressing the right hip down into the mat. And then crossing that left ankle over towards the right shoulder, keeping that left hip heavy. It is crazy how many gnats are out here. This is like the end of April and the mosquitoes are non-existent, but these gnats are just awful. I need a little breeze to help get rid of them. All right, we're gonna place that ring between our inner thighs. I always like my feet a little bit more narrow because that allows the pelvis to open up, which allows the legs to open up wide with that ring. We're focusing on the upper inner thighs, and exhale, squeeze. Inhale, releasing. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, releasing. Keep your tail heavy. Think of your pubic bone pointing away from you. For 3, 2, 1. Let's focus just on that right leg, squeezing in and out. Exhale. Eight, 9, 10. Let's go to the left side. Left leg only. Upper inner thigh. Keeping everything else steady. And 10. Let those legs go wide. Exhale, squeeze it in, and little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go wide. I'm going to do hands behind my head. You can do arms long by your side, whichever feels better for you. Keep the ring wide for the first 5. Upper abs, curl the head and chest forward. Inhaling as you lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. For 3, 2, 1. Lower with control. We're going to add that ring as we curl forward. Inner thighs, squeeze. Control as you release. Making sure that you are not tucking your pelvis as you lift up. Keep your glutes completely relaxed so your tail is pointing down towards the floor. Last one, we're gonna stay lifted and pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. We're still keeping that ring between our inner thighs. And we're gonna float our legs up to a frog leg position. So my feet are higher than my knees so that the ring has plenty of room. Again, check in with your pelvis and focus on those inner thighs. Squeezing for 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Upper ab curls. Lift and squeeze. Lower and release. Lift and squeeze. Lower and release. For 3, 2. Stay lifted and hold. Pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you can release that ring. Soles of your feet together, knees wide, hinging at those hips, releasing those inner thighs, and breathing. Next, we're going to take that ring so that it goes to our outer thighs, planting your feet on the floor, hip bone distance wide, pressing those arms long by your sides. Outer thighs squeeze against the ring as you lift those hips up. Stretch your arms behind you and roll through the spine. Keep that outer thigh squeeze as you lower all the way down. Arms come down by your sides. Pressing out against the ring. Hips lift up. Arms stretch back. Keep that outer thigh squeeze as you roll your hips down. Arms come down by your sides. Hips lift. Arms stretch and reach back. Keep that outer thigh squeeze as you roll through the spine. Arms come down. 2 more. Hips lift. Arms reach and stretch back. Lower those hips down. Arms come down on this last one. We're going to add on. Lift those hips. Stretch those arms up and back. Keep your ribs connected. Don't let your ribs flare. It'll go into your lower back. We're pulsing it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your squeeze. Keep your arms back there as you lower your hips all the way down. Arms come down by your sides. This next round, your arms are going to stay down by your sides. No squeeze against the ring. Lift your hips up. Push the ring apart and roll your hips down. No squeeze. Lift your hips. Squeeze. Roll those hips down. No squeeze as you lift. Squeeze as you lower. No squeeze. Lift. Squeeze as you lower. 2 more like this, starting to feel those outer thighs kicking in. Last one. Now we're going to reverse that direction. So we're going to squeeze as we lift those hips up. Keep your ribs connected. No squeeze as we lower. Squeeze as we lift those hips up. No squeeze as we lower. For 3, up. No squeeze and lower. Last time. Squeeze, lift, no squeeze, and lower. One last variation. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift those hips up. Keep your rib and hip points connected and pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Keep pressing through the back of the arms and shoulders. Keep your hips lifted. Pulse your hips up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower all the way down. We're not done with those outer thighs just yet. We're going to float our legs up to a frog leg tabletop again. So those knees are turned out, your feet are in your Pilates V. Again, feet a little bit higher than your knees. Outer thighs, squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Keeping that pubic bone heavy So it does feel like you have a natural space in that lower back. 9, 10. Curl the head and chest up. Both legs extend. The feet have to separate to keep that ring. And frog leg back in. Extend and squeeze out. And frog leg in. For 3. And in. 2. And in. Hold it out long on 1. Flex through those feet. Pulse it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug those knees in. We're going to slide the ring to our outer ankles. Man, these knots are awful. So, with the ring at the outer ankles, you can do one of two things. You can support your lower back with your hands, which I'm going to do, or just have your arms down by your sides. Legs are straight up to the sky, flexing through the feet, pulsing out for 10. 3, 2, 1. Lower halfway down and pulse it here. 10. 2, 1. Down to your point of control, and you can curl your head up and pulse it for 10. Bend your knees in, lower your head down. So this next round, you can keep your head down or keep your head lifted. I'm gonna curl my head and chest up, hands behind my head. Inhale, reach those legs out long. Maintain that outer thigh squeeze. Lift your legs to the sky. Bend your knees in. Pressing out. Lifting up. Bending in. Reaching out. Lifting up. Bending in. Whole time. Maintain that outer thigh squeeze. Last one. We're going to reverse it. Legs go straight up, straight down, bend in. Straight up, straight down, bend in. For 3, 2, keeping that outer thigh squeeze. Last time. And rest. Hugging those knees in, rocking your hips from right to left side, relaxing your hips, your lower back. I'm definitely gonna have to take a cold shower after this. These guys are just eating me alive right now. They're all over my pants too, which makes me very glad I have pants on. All right, we're gonna rock on up to seated. We're gonna place that ring at the front corner of your mat. Draw your left leg through the ring. Your right leg will go on top of the ring. And we're gonna lay on down, flexing through the feet. Focus at your upper inner thigh, not at your ankle. And squeeze and release. These are those inner thighs again. They thought that they were done, not so much. 8, 9, 10. Only difference here is that we're externally rotating that leg in the hip socket. So like the back of your Achilles is on the ring. Squeezing down. Focusing on that upper inner thigh again. Bringing that leg back to neutral. Stabilizing with your hand in front of you. Bottom leg lifts, bottom leg lowers. Bottom inner thigh lifts and lowers. Try not to focus on getting your feet to touch, but more those inner thighs to touch. Good. Top leg goes inside of that ring. Connect the top of the ring with your leg. Keep that connection as you pulse up. 8, 8, 9, 10. Draw the knee into your chest, extend the leg over the top of the ring. Bend into your chest, draw through the ring. Bend, extend, bend, reach through. Bend, extend, bend, reach through. Two more. 9. Last one going over, last one going through, and hold. Point through the foot, reach long, circle, 10. 3, 2, 1, reverse it back. 2, 3, 9, 10. Bend your leg in, press yourself up to seated for a little figure 4 stretch. Crossing your ankle over your thigh, sitting nice and tall. Breathing into that outer hip. And then we'll flip over for the other side. Drawing your bottom leg inside of the ring. Drawing your top leg over the top of the ring. Flexing your foot, upper inner thigh, squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And then externally rotating that leg in the hip socket, flex the foot, upper inner thigh. Drawing that leg back to neutral. Stabilize with your hand, bottom leg lifts, bottom leg lowers. And release the bottom leg. Top foot goes inside of the ring. Keep the connection with the handle. Flex your foot, lift up. Keeping shoulders, ribs, and hips stacked. 9, 10. Bend that leg in towards your chest. Extend it over the ring. Bend it in. Extend it through. Bend, reach high. Bend, reach low. 4. I think because I'm closer to these sticks, it's worse. This will be our last series. These gnats are awful. I just wish there was a little breeze. The things you do for the good view. Last one, going over. Last one, going through and circle for 10. Reverse it back. 9, 10. Press yourselves up to seated. Doing a figure 4. Crossing that left ankle over your thigh, sitting nice and tall. And I'm gonna say that we are all through because I am getting eaten alive out here. I hope you enjoyed this magical view. It was such a pleasure. Thank you so much.